How ready are these guys for that first scrimmage tomorrow?
Well, you know, I hope they're ready. Anytime you go in the stadium, we better be excited about going in that stadium and doing something. You know, obviously it's, what was this day? Practice 9, and we got another one this afternoon, 10, so it'll be practice 11. So there's a little bit of wear and tear without having a break, but that's what we wanted. We wanted to basically put ourselves in the fourth quarter. We're going to be tired. How we're going to respond. You know, I'll know better tomorrow after the scrimmage how we go out there, but we're going to stress every time we go on at Hughes Stadium, we got to make sure we bring it.
What are the things you're looking for or you're focusing on as a coaching staff at that scrimmage?
Well, you know, the first few weeks, 2 weeks, it was obviously install fundamentals, little things. We're trying to identify who we're gonna go to work with. So we're looking for guys that obviously can execute the plan, guys that can make plays too. You know, there might be a guy that maybe doesn't have everything right, but we got in a scrimmage setting and he just made tackle after tackle after tackle on defense. He kept showing up. It was a guy like that, and then they'll tell us, hey, we got to get this guy ready. Or if it's a guy that we feel really good about, and he's not performing when it's scrimmage setting, then, you know, we got to reevaluate where we're at. So trying to figure out, you know, basically the two deep and how we go into the next scrimmage.
Is that kind of exciting for you at this point? To be getting that, start getting that feel and figure out who those guys are?
It is. Anytime you get to put the ball down and play, it's exciting. That's the closest you can get to a game atmosphere. And you know, when you start scrimmaging, it makes guys realize, hey, this is like a game. They're a little bit more focused, a little bit more serious. So, you know, but the thing, we're still in camp. We don't start school Monday. Some people start school Monday. We got another week. Okay, so we're still in the grind a little bit. The main thing is trying to identify guys that, all right, this guy here needs to get more reps than this guy here. Okay, he's more ready to play. Let's get him ready. Not that we're going to throw the other guy away, but maybe guy X over here needs to get 3 more reps than guy Y.
So it is very much the first dividing line of how you start breaking down your team and who you work with, who's going to scout.
So it's set right now of how we're going in the scrimmage, the 1, the 2, the 3 deep. But here's an opportunity of where we play ball, where the coaches aren't out there, you know, coaching them every play, helping them get lined up. Let's see who can, you know, is going to make plays. And I keep going back to this, but you know, he might not know everything. He might be a freshman that don't understand everything we're doing offensive, defensive, but he just shows up in the scrimmage. And if a guy shows up, then you got to make sure to find a way to get him on the field.
Quarterback's obviously a big spot, but is there another position you're really watching during the scrimmage?
Well, I think we got great competition at the wideout position. I think we got great competition at the tight end position. So offensively, those 2 positions I want to watch, you know, because we can't play 4 tight ends. We can't play 11 receivers. You know, it's an opportunity for guys to step up and make plays. Defensively, you know, Trent's a little banged up, so I don't know how much he'll go tomorrow. So get some of the young safeties some work, see what they can do. And then, you know, we got the corner play from the spring. I think we're a lot better right now, but I'm interested to see how we look in the scrimmage. And then we got to get some pass rush. We got to be able to get some pass rush without having to blitz. And so I want to see guys that can get pass rush.
Who else will not play in tomorrow's scrimmage?
Kevon will not play offensively. Trent, I don't know yet. Rashard, I don't know yet. He's got a groin. I'll know more after the injury report. I'm not really sure. You know, it's probably after this afternoon's practice. I'll know a little bit more.
And are there any of those quarterbacks? What are you looking for out of them?
Looking for guys that are going to execute the offense and get us in good situations. Move the offense down the field. You know, first downs equal touchdowns. Is their ability to make a big play. You know, they can hit it, but really just make the routine play. You know, I talked about those 11 receivers, those 4 tight ends. We got 4 backs that I feel pretty good about right now. Get the ball to those guys and let them work.
Who's the 4th back that you're kind of?
Deron Thompson.
Okay.
You had talked before about hopefully by the second scrimmage being able to name your quarterback. Is there any chance you could name one after tomorrow?
There's a possibility we can name one after tomorrow. You know, the players will have all Sunday except for meetings, so we'll have a time to sit down as a staff and discuss quarterbacks and all personnel. You know, we got to help the special teams coordinator start narrowing down who he reps too. You know, a lot of that has to do with, well, who's in the 2 deep. You know, if a guy's not in the 2 deep, then, you know, maybe he doesn't need to be getting as many reps on this one special team because he might not be traveling. You know, but the good thing is there's, you know, the first 4 games, it's not to game 5. So we're on the road where we're travel limitations.
Have you had any freshmen that are kind of drawing your attention that you're really curious of watching tomorrow?
Offensively, it would be BC Johnson. I think he's done a nice job. Still don't understand everything yet, but he has talent. He'd be a guy that he should keep showing up as a guy we got to get ready. Colby Meeks, who was here mid-year, is a guy that we got to get ready to get in the too deep, and he's doing a nice job. Defensively, the Darnell is not a freshman, but a junior college kid. I want to see what he can do. We got to figure out the right spot for him. He's playing inside right now. And then Braylon Scott is another guy that everybody's seen how long he is. He's got to get where he plays a little bit lower, which is tough for a big guy, but I want to see him in a scrimmage situation.
You'd also mentioned Richard King earlier this camp as he looked pretty good on the defense line. See another guy?
He looks good on the hoof.
Okay.
He looks good on the hoof. He's the bodies we want. He'll get out there, and if he shows up and starts playing like a man with his hair on fire, then we'll get him a few more reps. But I'm talking about the bodies. That's the bodies we want.
Basically halfway through camp now. How impressed
Y'all
are
keep
you?
filming? My eyes are killing me.
How impressed are you with where they're at with the tempo and pace you want to play compared to where they were a week ago?
I'm pleased. And today, these last couple of days are a grind. And what I kept preaching all day, hey, it's like we are in the fourth quarter. We're mentally drained, we're physically drained, but we got to realize that we got to go one more play. And if we wait until Saturday night or Saturday afternoon and say we're going to turn on the switch, it's not going to happen. We got to put ourselves in those situations today. I thought the offense pushed through today, a little bit tired, but pushed through, was able to make the plays. Defense had a couple guys out and really didn't bow their neck when they had to, but they did make a stop in 1 minute. We had a drop by our receiver, and they called a deflection and won the game. So they bowed their neck there at the end.
As you go through and you're happy with their effort and stuff at this point in camp, what does it tell you about the work that they put in the summer, the work that Ryan Davis did in conditioning?
Well, there's no question that these guys prepared from spring practice to now, one mentally and physically. Ryan's done an awesome job of not only pushing these guys to a limit and realizing they can go a little farther, but bringing them together as a team. Everybody thinks about strength and conditioning, getting stronger, getting in shape, but really they're mental too. Making them realize that we're in this thing together and we do things together, and if one guy doesn't do something right, the whole team suffers and there's consequences. So he's done a great job of really bringing this team together, and when there's been some adverse situations, I've seen that unity out there from both sides of the ball, and I think a lot of that due is to Ryan Davis and the other coaches.
Who would the guys that fill in for Trent if he's not able to play? Because Schlager's the guy you're kind of holding back.
It would be Januska.
Januska, okay.
Will Schlager play tomorrow?
I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys.